Welcome to Ride with GNR. Today we're going to explore the Fort Davis National Historic Site. Here we'll see parts of the original fort and parts that have been restored. Troops were stationed at Fort Davis from 1854 until 1891. A lot of the structures here have been restored, as you can tell by the before and after pictures.
All right, lady in pink.
That's me. Woohoo!
Woohoo! You got some bug splatter.
I do.
Or was that when I blew my nose?
That might have been when you blew your nose.
Gross!
Ew.
There's Robin.
We're at Fort Davis.
Woohoo! Really a beautiful, beautiful area. It's hard to believe this is still West Texas.
Here is a model of an Apache hut, and these were lodges that were built of flexible willow twigs, and they usually had a hole in the top so they could let out the smoke for when they had a fire going, so you could stay warm and out of the wind at the same time. Pretty smart.
Oh my gosh, hugely cooler.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, just the shade and having that breeze through it. Okay, so the one thing that we just learned, which is I think interesting after leaving the visitor center, is these buildings are restored buildings, but they are original structures, what you see out here. And these have all been generally standing since the 1870s. Probably the heat out here helped preserve a lot of it. So the roofs are all new, the wood structure, a lot of it would be new. But pretty amazing that a lot of this still exists, and it has been government owned since 1961, I believe they said. And of course that is when the restoration work then began. Robin singing Buffalo Soldiers, Bob Marley.
Go Bob Marley.
Because quite honestly, that was the mainstay of this fort, and the primary goal was controlling the Indian nation and taking control of this area. A new beginning for the era. A new beginning for the area, and sadly, the end of a whole way of life for the Native Americans that lived here.
Aside from the actual fort, another thing that the town of Fort Davis is known for is its cottonwood trees. Cottonwoods have survived in Texas for centuries, and here in the background you can see some of the many cottonwood trees they have at the fort. Sadly, this species of tree isn't as plentiful as it once was, and spotting one nowadays that's over 100 feet tall is becoming less and less common.
Ranger Hank. Boy, why is that so hard for me to say? I'm getting old. Hank scared the piss out of us, but that's all I'm going to say. Again, what time period and who would be issued what you're wearing right there?
So I am representing the 1870s to the 1890s United States Cavalry. All this is a full wool uniform. We have a one-piece long john underwear, which is right here, as well as wool underwear as breeches, and then wool socks. I'm also wearing, I'm going to catch downward here, the riding boots of the United States Cavalry. The reasons why mine are sort of dirty is that if you were in the cavalry for a long time, you wanted your field boots to be extremely dirty to show that you were actually a soldier and a man of the plains. I'm also wearing the campaign hat, which is field brown, which was to camouflage the local surroundings, as well as my cartridge belt, my Peacemaker revolver.
Ah, very nice.
Cool.
Thank you, Ranger Hank. Did I say it right? So what makes a carbine a carbine? I have no idea. I'm gun illiterate.
Okay, so
My
what makes
wife's the
carbine-
gun owner. I don't know what the hell this is. So we are at the hospital barracks in Fort Davis, Texas.
Alright. It's fitting because
Taking
my
a
legs
break.
are swollen.
Guarding the El Paso Road. Guess I never really thought of it as a strategic point for that.
But the height.
The height, there you go. See, high five
There
being
you go.
short.
Bam!